Ukraine's military modernization has reached a significant milestone with the arrival of the M1 Abrams tanks, marking a new chapter in the nation's defense capabilities. This advanced American-made armor has revolutionized Ukraine's armored warfare, greatly enhancing firepower, protection, and mobility. As Ukrainian forces conduct live fire exercises with these tanks, their ability to counter evolving threats becomes more evident. The integration of the M1 Abrams is not just a technical upgrade, but a strategic shift that strengthens Ukraine's position on the battlefield, attracting the attention of military analysts worldwide. Battlefield evolution. Tank warfare has evolved significantly, compelling the M1 Abrams to adapt its operations to meet new challenges on the battlefield, especially in Ukraine. As military dynamics shift, the U.S. Army recognizes the need to modernize its tank fleet to remain effective through 2040 and beyond. This modernization effort focuses on enhancing the capabilities required to counter emerging threats and adapt to the changing nature of warfare. In the past, main battle tanks like the M1 Abrams dominated the battlefield. However, the Army Science Board's assessment has highlighted that the role of tanks is evolving, requiring significant modifications to ensure their effectiveness. Among the necessary changes is the integration of new modular open systems architecture standards, which allow for faster upgrades with fewer resources, ensuring the Abrams remains competitive in the face of technological advancements. A major change in modern tank warfare is the rise of unmanned aerial systems, particularly drones, which pose a new and growing threat to armored vehicles. The advent of low-cost first-person view drones has made it easier for adversaries to target tanks, presenting a formidable challenge. In response, Ukrainian forces have implemented several protective measures. Steel protective screens have been designed specifically for the Abrams turret and ammunition storage, while enhanced crew survivability measures have increased protection by up to 35%. Additionally, electronic warfare capabilities have been integrated to counter drone guidance systems. The Steel Front Initiative has also constructed 25 protective structures, including 7 tailored for the Abrams, offering protection against both individual drone attacks and coordinated drone swarm tactics. Another critical aspect of modern tank warfare is electronic warfare. The M1 Abrams in Ukraine has been equipped with several advanced systems that help address the growing role of electromagnetic threats. Key systems include the JTRS software-defined radio, which supports both legacy and future radio waveforms, and counter-IED electronic warfare technology that protects against remote-controlled threats. Additionally, the Abrams has a new 1,000-amp alternator that supports these advanced electronics. The Army's electronic warfare concept is designed to help ground commanders detect, deny, deceive, and disrupt enemy operations within the electromagnetic spectrum, a vital capability in contested environments. As tank warfare doctrine evolves, the importance of protection against aerial threats and electronic warfare capabilities is now as critical as traditional armor. Ukrainian forces continue to adapt and refine these systems based on real combat experience, developing new tactical approaches to maximize the effectiveness of the Abrams in the modern battlefield. This constant evolution ensures that the M1 Abrams remains a formidable force against emerging threats in an ever-changing landscape of warfare. Protection enhancements. To address specific vulnerabilities encountered in combat, Ukrainian engineers have led the Steel Front Initiative, implementing significant protection enhancements on the M1 Abrams. These upgrades focus on improving survivability and boosting operational effectiveness, reflecting the broader trend of modernizing military assets to stay ahead of evolving threats. With a comprehensive set of protective measures now in place, the Abrams tanks are better equipped to withstand both traditional and new forms of attack, solidifying their role as a formidable force on the modern battlefield. A key component of the upgrades is the implementation of explosive reactive armor, ERA, which strengthens the Abrams tank's defenses. The M101 models received major upgrades with M19 reactive armor tiles added to the hull sides. Additionally, Contact 1 ERA blocks were fitted to the turrets and other areas that lacked standard armor coverage. This 2-layer ERA system provides enhanced protection, particularly against high explosive rounds and anti-tank missiles, which are common threats in modern warfare. One of the most significant upgrades addresses the growing drone threat, which has become a critical challenge on the battlefield. The Steel Front Initiative has equipped 25 Abrams tanks with advanced anti-drone measures. Steel cage screens designed to protect critical areas such as the engine and turret offer single-hit protection, significantly reducing the impact of drone attacks, particularly from FPV drones. These modifications have led to a 35% improvement in crew survivability, offering better protection against the modern, high-tech threats faced by Ukrainian forces. In addition to physical armor enhancements, the new protection system focuses on crew survivability. Key features include separated ammunition storage with blast doors, advanced compartmentalization to protect tank crews, and integrated electronic warfare systems to counter drone guidance systems. These improvements are particularly important as they help preserve both expensive military equipment and the lives of soldiers. According to the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade, these protective measures have proven essential in enhancing the survival rates of the tanks and their crews in combat situations. These upgrades highlight the importance of adapting military systems to the evolving nature of modern warfare. The Steel Front initiative not only strengthens the Abrams tanks but also provides similar protection solutions for other armored vehicles, such as Bradley fighting vehicles. These enhancements ensure that the M1 Abrams remains mobile and resilient, able to withstand the complexities of today's battlefield, especially in environments where drone threats are prevalent. As Ukrainian forces continue to refine these systems based on real combat experience, the effectiveness of their armored vehicles continues to improve, making them better equipped to handle contemporary threats. Combat experience analysis. This ongoing evolution is especially evident in the first combat operations of the M1 Abrams tanks. The tanks were initially tested by Ukraine's 47th Brigade in February 2024 near Avdiivka, where they faced the rigors of real combat. This experience revealed both their strengths and weaknesses in the context of modern warfare. The insights gained from these initial engagements have been invaluable, shaping further tactical adjustments and improving the protective measures for the Abrams tanks. As a result, Ukraine's armored capabilities continue to strengthen, ensuring its forces are better equipped to handle the complexities of the modern battlefield. In their first engagements, Ukrainian forces deployed the M1 Abrams with quick raid tactics near Berdichi. These operations highlighted the capabilities of the tanks but also exposed areas where improvements were necessary. One key moment involved an Abrams tank that took a hit from an anti-tank guided missile but was able to continue the fight and return safely, demonstrating the tank's resilience and ability to survive damage. However, the tanks also faced significant challenges, with 5 Abrams tanks being damaged or lost due to attacks by FIV drones. The use of combined arms operations was also limited, providing further insight into the complex nature of integrating new technologies into traditional military tactics. From these early engagements, several important lessons were learned. Notably, the crews of the Abrams tanks fared much better than those operating older Soviet-era tanks, with survivability greatly improved. However, the rise of FIV drones forced Ukrainian forces to rethink their tactics. The drones, often attacking from above, created new challenges that required adjustments in how tanks were deployed and maneuvered. Additionally, the sheer size and weight of the Abrams -60 to 70 tons presented difficulties in movement and positioning on the battlefield. Ukrainian military intelligence underscored the need to use the Abrams in a very tailored way, emphasizing that the tanks should be deployed in specific, well-crafted operations to maximize their effectiveness. Based on these lessons, Ukrainian forces made several tactical adjustments. They refined their approach to tank warfare by incorporating new protection measures and updating their strategies to address emerging threats. The Abrams tanks were now used with greater awareness of their surroundings, and there was stronger coordination with support units to enhance their effectiveness. Despite the added protection, the tanks maintained their movement advantages, though drone warfare necessitated changes in how they were deployed. Ukrainian commanders introduced new rules for tank movement and positioning, focusing on staying hidden from aerial spotters to avoid drone detection. The battlefield performance of the Abrams led to the development of new protection systems that combined traditional armor with modern countermeasures. This flexible approach proved essential as Ukrainian forces faced advanced Russian anti-tank weapons and drone systems. The combat experience also highlighted the importance of proper crew training and tactical teamwork, which were key to maximizing the tank's effectiveness. As Ukrainian forces continued to adapt and refine their battle procedures based on the lessons learned in combat, the M1 Abrams became an increasingly formidable force on the modern battlefield. Crew perspectives. Ukrainian tank crews operating M1 Abrams tanks have provided valuable insights into how Western tanks perform in the specific conditions of the Eastern European battlefield. Their experiences offer a deeper understanding of both the strengths and limitations of the Abrams in modern warfare. The crews underwent intense training at Germany's Grafenwehr Army base, where they learned essential skills such as maintenance, operation and coordination in combined arms warfare. Each gunner practiced with about 100 rounds of live fire to get a hands-on understanding of the tank's capabilities. However, the crews noted a gap in the instructors' knowledge regarding modern battlefield threats. particularly in dealing with thermal vision reconnaissance drones and first-person view drone capabilities. While the training was comprehensive, there were areas where American instructors did not fully address the evolving nature of modern combat. The training experience covered several key components, including combined arms warfare coordination, maintenance procedures, tactical operation protocols, and advanced targeting systems. Despite the strong foundation, the crews observed that the realities of contemporary combat demanded continuous adaptation and refinement. When it comes to combat performance, the 47th Mechanized Brigade's tank crews expressed mixed feelings about the M1 Abrams. While they were immensely grateful for the support provided by the United States, they were equally critical of certain aspects of the tank's performance. "We are in love with this tank and are immensely grateful to the United States," said one tank commander, highlighting the tank's strong protection features, particularly with added armor modifications. Combat performance reviews revealed high satisfaction with the Abrams' crew protection and firepower, particularly when properly supplied with ammunition. Mobility was also considered strong, especially in tactical movements. However, the crews noted limitations in combat support due to the lack of air and artillery support, which hindered the tank's effectiveness in combined operations. Operational challenges were a significant concern for the tank crews. Maintenance issues, such as the need to source spare parts internationally, created delays and difficulties in keeping the tanks operational. The engine also faced problems with dust affecting its performance and power, which is a common issue in the harsh condition of Eastern Europe. The crews identified three main problems: limited aviation and artillery support, the complex nature of maintenance requiring specialized knowledge, and the vulnerability of the tanks to modern drone warfare without additional protective measures. Tank commanders emphasized the need for better protection systems, such as the M1 Abrams reactive armor tiles and complete arret kits, to enhance the tank's defense against contemporary battlefield threats. The American tankers should act promptly, one commander suggested, stressing that the current armor configurations needed significant improvements. In response to these challenges, the 47th Mechanized Brigade adapted its strategy. They now use the Abrams tanks for specific tactical missions rather than continuous frontline operations. This strategy allows the brigade to leverage the strengths of the Abrams while mitigating its limitations, particularly in a conflict where Russian forces have superior personnel and equipment. By adjusting their tactics, Ukrainian forces ensure that the M1 Abrams remains a valuable asset in their fight, despite the operational challenges they face. Technological adaptations. Ukrainian forces have made significant technological advancements to their M1 Abrams tanks, reshaping them through the innovative Steel Front project. This initiative has introduced groundbreaking protective measures designed to tackle the specific challenges of modern battlefields, ensuring that the tanks remain battle-ready and effective in the face of evolving threats. Led by Matinvest Group, the Steel Front project has developed 25 protective systems, with 7 tailored specifically for the M1 Abrams. Each steel screen structure, weighing 430 kg, is meticulously designed to address the tank's weak points. The installation process takes up to 12 hours, ensuring that each protective system is securely fitted to enhance the tank's survivability. Notable modifications include steel screens strategically placed to protect vulnerable areas, the addition of Soviet-era Contact 1 ERA blocks for extra defense, and reinforced protection for ammunition storage, which is crucial for crew safety. In addition to these physical modifications, Ukrainian engineers have made system upgrades that significantly improve the M1's combat effectiveness and survival rate. The base protection layer is provided by the M1 Abrams reactive armor tile arret system, with further enhancements that address specific combat scenarios. These upgrades include the integration of the Contact 1 ERA for additional frontal defense and the installation of steel screens designed to mitigate drone threats. The combination of these systems has increased the tank's survival rate by 35%, with each steel screen able to withstand one direct hit before requiring replacement. The Steel Front project also focused on creating specialized combat tools to counter modern battlefield threats, such as drones. Each modification, costing approximately $20,000 per unit, is designed to enhance the tank's ability to defend against FPV drones and other emerging threats. These upgrades include steel shields to protect weak points while maintaining the crew's ability to see and engage effectively. Modular armor sections have been designed for quick replacement in the field, and integrated electronic warfare systems work together to enhance the Abrams' overall defense capabilities. These technological changes are a testament to the deep understanding Ukrainian engineers have of contemporary battlefield threats. They have effectively balanced the need for improved protection with the tank's mobility, ensuring that the M1 Abrams retains its fighting edge while becoming increasingly resistant to destruction. Recent combat data has shown that these modifications have been particularly effective against drone attacks, proving their value in real combat scenarios. The success of these adaptations has not been limited to the Abrams alone. Steel Front has extended similar protective solutions to other armored vehicles in Ukrainian service, further improving the survivability of the country's military fleet. As a result, all of Ukraine's Abrams tanks have been fitted with these upgrades, and continuous improvements are being made based on the lessons learned from ongoing battlefield experience. This ongoing evolution of the M1 Abrams highlights the adaptability of Ukrainian forces and their ability to transform Western equipment to meet the challenges of modern warfare. Operational effectiveness. However, the operational effectiveness of the M1 Abrams tanks in Ukraine's combat zones continues to face complex and evolving challenges. In response, Ukrainian forces have adjusted their deployment strategy to better align with the shifting conditions of the battlefield. These adjustments, made in tandem with the upgrades to the tanks, aim to optimize the tank's performance while addressing emerging threats such as drone warfare and the ever-changing tactical environment. The combination of adaptive modifications and strategic deployment ensures that Ukraine's armored units are better equipped to handle the modern battlefield. Since their initial deployment, Ukrainian forces began with 31 M1 Abrams tanks, and currently, 26 remain active in various roles. However, the challenges of modern warfare, especially the rise of drone threats, led commanders to pull these tanks back from frontline duties. This decision was based on tactical considerations as the battlefield conditions evolved to present new risks. While the M1 Abrams tanks have shown mixed results in combat, the operational readiness of these tanks has been limited by the growing impact of drone warfare. Combat losses have accounted for 5 units, but the remaining tanks are still actively engaged in combat support roles, albeit under more restricted operational conditions. The role of M1 Abrams tanks has proven effective in specific combat support scenarios, but their deployment requires careful planning and coordination. Admiral Christopher Grady, Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, recognizes the relevance of tanks but emphasizes the need for a fresh approach to their operational use. The tank's combat support capabilities focus on integration with infantry and artillery units, breakthrough operations in tactical scenarios, mobile fire support for advancing forces, and providing defensive operations against armored threats. However, these roles must be well executed within the right tactical framework to maximize their effectiveness. Despite these operational challenges, the M1 Abrams tanks hold key tactical advantages, particularly in mobility and firepower compared to older models. These advantages are most effective when the tanks are deployed under optimal conditions. The Pentagon has recognized these needs and, as part of a broader operational shift, is helping Ukraine reset its tactical approaches. This includes a USD $1.00 billion military aid package aimed at enhancing counter-drone capabilities. The aid includes modified .50 caliber rounds for drone defense, additional air defense systems, and complementary vehicle support such as Humvees, Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, and mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles. The core of Ukraine's strategy revolves around combined arms warfare, where tanks are integrated into a broader system of advancing armored forces. This system requires precise coordination with overhead offensive fires, infantry support units, air defense assets, and electronic warfare systems. Combat experience has shown that the success of tank operations depends heavily on their proper tactical use. Ukrainian commanders have developed specific deployment protocols, especially in areas where Russian drones pose significant threats. These protocols emphasize mobility, protection, and coordination to ensure tanks remain a vital part of combined arms operations. Ukrainian forces continue to learn from each engagement, refining their strategies and adapting to the evolving nature of warfare. Despite the hurdles posed by drone threats and other tactical challenges, the M1 Abrams tanks remain a potent force when used with proper support systems and careful deployment. With continued adaptation, these tanks can multiply the effectiveness of Ukrainian forces, proving their value on the modern battlefield. Maintenance challenges. Ukrainian forces face significant logistical hurdles in maintaining their fleet of M1 Abrams tanks, with challenges that demand exceptional technical expertise and resource management. The Pentagon's initial concerns regarding the deployment of these tanks highlighted the complexities of maintenance and logistics, particularly when compared to European alternatives. Operating the M1 Abrams requires careful coordination across international borders. Tanks needing major repairs must be transported to specialized facilities in Poland, creating long and complex supply lines from the front lines. The maintenance infrastructure faces several critical challenges, including frequent engine filter cleaning every 12 hours, the need for access to specialized repair facilities for major repairs, and ongoing parts replacements that require international shipping. Additionally, the tank's fuel supply requires a separate logistics chain, further complicating operations. The reliance on dedicated supply routes through Poland introduces operational delays and adds to the resource requirements of the Ukrainian military. Field repair capabilities are also limited, as the M1's turbine engine system requires precise maintenance procedures to avoid significant damage. Routine tasks include twice-daily pulse jet cleaning, high RPM engine operation for filter maintenance, and specialized diagnostic procedures for the tank's electronic systems. However, major repairs cannot be performed in the field. In cases of serious damage, the entire tank must be transported to facilities in Poland. To address this limitation, Ukrainian forces have developed innovative field solutions, including the use of mobile repair teams and temporary maintenance stations to carry out smaller repairs close to the front lines. To optimize resources, Ukrainian military teams have implemented strategic resource management practices to keep their tanks operational. The M1 Abrams consumes fuel at a rate of 0.6 miles per gallon, necessitating careful planning and allocation. Maintenance teams have adapted by setting up forward maintenance points for routine services, building local expertise in simple repairs, and establishing efficient quick parts inventory systems. Preventive maintenance schedules have become a critical part of the upkeep process. The importance of preventive maintenance cannot be overstated, as even a single mistake can result in millions of dollars in engine damage that cannot be repaired in the field. This reality has led to the creation of detailed training programs focused on early problem detection and prevention. French maintenance experts have noted that up to one-third of a unit's tanks may require repairs consistently, emphasizing the need for efficient resource management and prioritization of maintenance tasks. To streamline the process, Ukrainian teams have adopted a total replacement method for damaged components, swapping parts rather than repairing them, which helps speed up maintenance and keeps the tanks ready for combat. Given the complexity of maintaining M1 Abrams tanks, specialized technical documentation and procedures have been developed to guide repairs. Ukrainian repair facilities have demonstrated remarkable adaptability, with many continuing operations by relocating to safer areas or utilizing civilian facilities. These maintenance centers now operate at full capacity, not only servicing Ukrainian tanks but also repairing captured equipment, showcasing the ingenuity and resilience of the Ukrainian military in overcoming the logistical and maintenance challenges posed by modern armored warfare. Strategic impact. The presence of M1 Abrams tanks in Ukraine has significantly altered the landscape of modern armored warfare, forcing both Ukrainian and Russian forces to rethink their strategies. These advanced battle tanks have introduced a new dynamic on the battlefield, influencing tactics, protection measures, and overall combat doctrine. While M1 Abrams tanks initially served as a powerful force multiplier, new battlefield realities have limited their effectiveness. Russian surveillance drones and loitering munitions forced Ukrainian forces to alter their use of these tanks. To address this, the Steel Front Initiative developed specialized protective measures, including steel shields to counter first-person view drones, explosive reactive armor to enhance survivability, and turret protection to safeguard ammunition storage areas. These modifications have allowed the Ukrainian military to deploy the tanks in carefully planned operations rather than on regular frontline duties, reflecting a more nuanced understanding of the Abrams' role in modern warfare. In response, Russian forces developed their countermeasures to deal with the Abrams' advanced capabilities. This included the use of sophisticated drone warfare tactics aimed at exploiting the tank's weak points, the development of specialized anti-tank missile systems, enhanced surveillance networks, and improved electronic warfare capabilities. As a result, 5 M1 Abrams tanks were lost to Russian forces, prompting Ukrainian commanders to revise their deployment strategies. The loss highlighted the vulnerability of the tank's side armor to anti-tank systems, leading to the need for additional protection. The deployment of M1 Abrams tanks in Ukraine has also prompted significant changes in combat doctrine. In the U.S., the Army's Armor School revamped its training to focus more on 360-degree awareness and drone threat recognition, as highlighted by Colonel James Modlin, Deputy Commandant of the U.S. Army Armor School. Combat doctrine has evolved to incorporate better situational awareness protocols, the integration of electronic warfare systems, new deployment patterns, and improved maintenance procedures. The U.S. military has updated numerous courses at the Maneuver Center of Excellence to reflect these shifts, emphasizing the importance of countering new threats, such as drones and electronic warfare. Ukraine's experience with the M1 Abrams has underscored the need for ongoing updates to tank warfare doctrine. The Steel Front Initiative, which developed countermeasures costing around $20,000 per unit, highlights the evolving role of armor in modern warfare. The success of these protective measures has proven instrumental in shaping future tank design and operational use. The lessons learned from Ukraine's use of M1 Abrams tanks also have broader implications for NATO and the global military community. The insights gained are prompting military planners to revise their doctrines and training to better prepare for the challenges posed by modern threats, particularly drones and electronic warfare. The story of the M1 Abrams in Ukraine is helping to shape the future of tank warfare, particularly in how tanks are integrated into combined arms operations. This includes the need for full air defense coverage, electronic warfare support, better infantry coordination, and strong supply chains, elements that are critical to the success of modern armored forces. Ultimately, the deployment of M1 Abrams tanks in Ukraine highlights the rapidly evolving nature of tank warfare, where traditional concepts must be rethought and updated to address new technologies and battlefield realities. As the dynamics of modern warfare continue to shift, it raises the question: how will future conflicts further reshape the role of armored vehicles, and what innovations will be required to stay ahead of emerging threats?